All I'm hearing from this whole conversation is there's nothing for me to look forward to on this album.
Hi, it's me from 30 minutes in your future, and you are correct on what you're about to say.
Short people got no reason to live.
Yes.
I love LA.
Would you like to do La Tapestry?
Sure.
You go sit over there. Nobody knows how mean you are. I'm the one that always sounds like a jerk.
I'm very, very pleasant.
All right.
Ooh, it's time for...
We're here at Bennigan's during happy hour. We're going to talk about...
Where's my chopped salad, bitch?
the second most milquetoast album ever. Today's double feature, Carole King's Tapestry.
Yay.
If Phil Collins hadn't existed, this would have almost completely dominated department store airwaves.
Thank God for Phil Collins.
I have no memories of this album other than it's just there in the ether. It floats around. I know James Taylor was involved. His dirty little milky fingers.
I think my mom liked it.
Everybody's mom liked it.
Oh, okay.
It's part of the intro. Everybody's mom liked this album. Everybody. In the...
So you better be on your best behavior because everybody's mom's going to listen to this.
Yeah, it tapped into some kind of just universally accepted middle-of-the-road thing. It's just there. It's there all the time. That's all I know. I have no real... Just like the Boston album, I have no impression of this album. It's never spoken to my soul. But apparently it was just the right place at the right time. Because just coming from a semi-objective level, I don't think any of these songs are really that special. But I think it was just... It's good songwriting, solid songwriting. But I don't think it's really particularly great. But it was just at the right place in the right time, right after Vietnam. Everyone just wanted something, a soothing lullaby. It's the perfect antidote to Hendrix and Dylan, maybe. That's the only impression I have from this. Anyone else? Thoughts?
The songs are short.
Carole King is one of those... She's not one of those women that you're supposed to love. As a woman, there are certain artists you're supposed to just love no matter what. Joni Mitchell is one of them. I don't really like her very much. But Carole King, she's not quite that status of like women you're supposed to like.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But apparently for my mom and your mom, and I'm betting your mom, they were in love with Carole King. She was speaking to them.
If you've ever been to a grocery store.
Yeah, if you've been to a grocery store or a department store.
I anticipate this being soothing as...
Mm-hmm. If you've been involved in any kind of American consumerism and you weren't living under a rock,
here's something nobody's going to know about in a few years.
And you're older than, say,
Amazon doesn't play songs.
Yeah, because like malls are kind of disappearing, and department stores have kind of disappeared. So I would say I'm at the bottom of that demographic that still has any kind of understanding of just how universal this album was. Yeah.
What's going to happen to easy listening music now?
It will no longer be inescapable.
Because there's not really easy listening pop music anymore. It's all electronic and and R&B in the rap hip hop vein based.
Right. I don't know how many times I was standing in an elevator in State Farm and started singing along with them. Like, how did I start singing this song? It's playing very quietly on a speaker.
I take it back. There is. It's all the stuff that Old Navy plays. It's that kind of hip but inoffensive, like upbeat, kind of artsy, electronic-y, singer-songwriter-y, the Old Navy thing. So there is still retail music, easy listening. Anyway, unless anyone has anything else to say, you ready to go to sleep?
She was the Taylor Swift of her time.
I have now learned that...
That is not fair.
I think they really crank up that music in grocery stores.
She was the Taylor Swift of her time.
I hear a lot of easy listening when I'm at the grocery store in the middle of the week during the daytime.
She was the
It is
Carly Rae
really
Jepsimon
cranked
of
up
the
loud. And I've heard a couple of songs where I'm like, are they seriously playing this in a grocery store? Like that.
What's the weirdest...
All right, I revised my judgment. She was the Carly Rae Jepsimon of her time.
All right, I can accept that. What's the weirdest Muzak cover you've ever heard?
Metallica.
Heart-shaped box.
I heard Nothing Else Matters one time. Which is the most Muzak-friendly song they make, so...
Ooh, if you do a Muzak version of Heart-shaped box, it sounds like Sade.
Pat Boone did a Metallica. He did Enter Sandman once. Enter life. Enter life.
Take me
Take my hand off Never Never Land.
Who has the Ambien
What that has
ready?
to do with Carole King, you will not need Ambien shortly. Oh, there might be something good here.
Oh God, I hate this song.
We're just starting right off.
Oh.
What is the first
I
song?
feel the earth move.
Oh,
And
wow.
I should talk about the album cover where it's
This
a woman
has
with
James
her
Taylor
cat.
written all over it.
Oh yeah, his fingerprints are all over this.
Right. That's the entire reason I don't like Carole King.
There's nobody more milquetoast than... I already forgot his name.
Yes.
James
James
White Man Taylor.
But you can tell, something I was thinking about today is she sings like him on this. I don't know if this is... I assume it's either a coincidence that they both do this kind of really white attempt at 60s R&B inflection where it just comes across as semi-awkward.
I feel like this sounds like probably how she presented these songs when she was trying to sell them back in the 60s. She would just play them on the piano,
Sure.
and somebody just said, "Hey, let's just record that." That's what this sounds like to me.
Like, neither of them have the vocal range to pull it off, so it always sounds just...
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, somebody
That's a
else was
big part
supposed to
of it.
sing.
Yeah, that's a big part of what I don't like about this is her voice is so pinched. She only has like half an octave range in her voice.
I do kind of like it, though, too. So
it's so easy.
It's not...
So it's easy for you to sing along to.
Yeah. No, there's
I guess,
something
but
sweet.
there's
There's
no
something
variety
sweet
to it. It's just the same 5 notes over and over again on every
That's
song.
like Frank Sinatra had a 3-note range, so I don't think that's
But
really...
he had a band.
But I think there is something sweet about her voice. I do... So sometimes it works when there's someone who can't necessarily... They're not belting out. I don't think you have to. Like, I love a lot of singers who can't really sing. And so...
Well,
Again, I don't know why I'm defending this, but
no,
No, put him on the ropes.
other singers that I enjoy that have a limited range. Bette Midler's a great example. She doesn't have much of a range, but I enjoy. She's got more than one album that I enjoy.
I thought she had a pretty...
I can sing along with everything she does.
Oh, she's awful.
Alright, that was
earth moving.
Or at least we got that out of the way.
It's the bulldozer
We're
of songs.
going to draw it out at the end here.
Yeah, like, I don't care who does that song. I just don't like the song itself.
That song has
I'm
no
a bulldozer.
redeeming qualities.
No.
What's this one?
Return of the Mac.
I don't know that by its name.
What's really funny is in this time period,
Okay, yeah.
all the other songs
I
are
didn't
like,
know that was the name of this.
all the other songs are doing like,
There's this movie, this B horror movie came out about the same year. It's called The Touch of Satan. And for some reason, that greasy 70s thing, this is a very greasy album. Like, people just didn't wash their hair.
Yes.
mm-hmm.
You can just smell it.
You
can smell the patchouli oil.
Lots of dubage.
It was the natural curly hair relaxer too. Just don't ever wash it.
Is there an album that exists in more thrift store?
I'm getting blasted by that bass drum.
Yeah.
In my
me
one
too.
ear. Great mixing, guys.
But is there a more universal vinyl album where you can go to any record any place selling records, and you can find this. Guaranteed.
So many people have bought it, and so many people have gotten rid of it.
Yeah, like this, Herb Alpert's Tijuana Brass.
Well, when your mom or your grandma passes away, and you go there like, what the f*** is this album? And you look at it, and you're like, well, I don't know any of them by name, and I don't have a record player anymore, so...
Okay, so far this is the sleepiest, snooziest song of the album.
We're only 2 in!
Is there going to be
This
one
is
that
the
can beat
sleepiest song in this album.
Oh god, there's 12 songs on that.
Yeah, but they're all like 3 minutes long. We're going to fly through this.
Okay, I'm already feeling like we need to come up with a game for this. Snooziest song.
Every time she screeches in my ear, I'm going to take a drink. I need another drink. I'm sorry. I don't dislike Carole King.
If there's a single song on this that I can genuinely say I enjoy that song.
The only song I like of Carole King's, I believe, is after she broke up with what's his name?
Taylor.
That I've already forgotten. James Taylor. Yeah, the one where she's making fun of what a narcissistic piece of shit he is.
That's not on this album?
No.
That's not her.
Son of a bitch.
No, they made this album together.
That was like the only thing I was looking forward to.
That's Carly Simon.
Same person. You say that like they're not the same person.
And that song was about, like, that actor. It was, like, about Richard Gere or something.
No!
What?
Warren Beatty.
You're completely misled.
Yeah, it was about Warren Beatty.
Oh my god. Who blew smoke up your ass?
It was about Steven Seagal.
Everybody knew exactly what that song was about.
It was Carly Simon writing about Steven Seagal.
Go ask James Taylor right now. He owns it. He loves that everybody thinks that song.
All I'm hearing from this whole conversation is there's nothing for me to look forward to on this album. The one song I thought was going to be on
You're
here
listening to it right
wasn't
now.
even this hardest.
We're going to suffer through it.
Okay, we're so far away.
If you think of
What's the name of this song again?
We're so far away.
I'm ready to jump ship. If you think of something good before the end of the next song, I'm willing to.
That one's called So Far Away. Wait, it's too late now.
We are doing
No, it's too late, baby. It's too late.
Oh God.
Don't
It's too late for you, Brett. We're doing this.
There's the not cynical part of me that understands why this was soothing to people, because there are worse albums, but it's so.
We're 3 songs in, and I wonder if this woman's ever had coffee.
It's so.
Well, no, you're making me think. If I can think of some reason why my mother.
This reminds me of
so
Mary
much.
Tyler Moore, by the way.
I know. I'm just trying. Like, I've heard this in Goodwill so many times. Like, not even Goodwill, just like thrift stores. I can
Something inside has died and I can't hide it anymore. That's some good lyric right there.
I should probably go to a gynecologist or something.
Can I just do my rant while it's fresh and then I'll pass out?
God, fine.
This is... I cannot disassociate how I feel about this album. I cannot have any objectivity in this. Because the frequency... This song, I can smell like thrift store clothing, like fluorescent lighting. It's like I'm high in a thrift store. It's just sensory overload because the association is so deep with this album. Just being in kind of, dumpy shopping centers, and this is playing.
I can't afford the good music. Seriously, she needs to go to a gynecologist and find out what died inside.
I hate this album. All right. You still have.
That's a good boy.
You still have about a minute and a half if you want to jump ship.
It's too late, baby.
I'm committed. I'm in this.
Something inside
We're
has
gonna
died.
suffer this together.
Something inside has died.
Can I use this to pull out nose hairs?
Please don't.
Focus. We can do this, you guys. I believe in you.
Wait a minute.
No.
What's going on now? We got Chuck Mangione in here.
We have a sax interlude.
Is it? I thought it was fading out.
Did you say and allude? It's a sax and allude. Oh my god, that's going to make this so much better.
Sex and allude? What?
I mean,
it's like Bill Cosby's here. Here, take this pill and you'll feel better. At least I'll feel better. Waka waka waka.
Is there a good context for this? Because it's not baby making music.
I know Carole King used to write songs. She wrote a bunch of hits in the 60s.
This is a dirge. Okay, there's the saving grace. This is an attempt at a dirge. I love a good dirge. This is just not a very good one.
I mean, it's a good rainy day album, I guess.
Because Rainy Days and Mondays? She probably wrote that, too.
Who's that next?
She probably wrote that net, too. Actually, I've got it right up here. I can pull it up if you want to hear.
If we Wikipedia each song, is there at least a story we can get out of it?
Oh, God. I can't do it. Everything just trudges along reluctantly on this album.
It's relentless.
Okay, if you're picturing music as this like mass that's going along, sometimes things reach out into the future or out to the side, or this album is like dragging a really mellow dead corpse along, a grease slick that smells like patchouli oil. Yes, this is a commercial, by the way, in case you didn't.
It's a commercial time.
Oh, shit, it's Carole King,
known it
Tapestry.
sounded really interesting.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, I want a dubstep remix of Tapestry.
That could help.
That could help.
It's too late.
Yeah, one of the songs on here is You've Got a Friend Coming Up, by the way.
Oh,
and that's totally James Taylor.
Oh,
that's on this album?
No, I made it up.
What?
Okay, no.
I didn't know that. Oh, God, I hate this even worse now.
Suck it up, Buttercup. We can do this. There's only like 9 more songs.
Take me to Taco Bell and you can come back and finish this.
Wow.
Carly Simon.
Carly Simon. Who's Carly Simon?
She's the next woman that was screwing James Taylor.
It's funny how my phone listens to me and gets it for me, so I don't have to do much more typing.
All right, back
Is it really that
Here
much
we
of a
go.
stretch for Google to go, oh, you were looking at Carole King, and now you're going to write the word C-A, and it's going to guess Carly Simon?
I don't know. They're both the same person to me. They wrote the same songs.
Okay, now she wonders if she's ever going to make it home again. What's this one
we
called?
Have to at least, you know what? I'm not going to play the faux importance game here. This album, Carole King, it was just some bullshit that came along at the right place at the right time. The only reason this album sold a gajillion copies was because of the Vietnam War.
Was there anything else to buy when this came out? Is that what happened?
When did this
Was it
come
just
out?
like nothing else existed?
71. Nope. Zeppelin was. Oh, there you go. Because Zeppelin was rocking too hard at this point, and
right.
this was
All
right.
right, I'm looking up the Billboard Top 100 for 1971.
This is right around that time period when this kind of music was pretty popular anyway, because you got the Eagles getting started. You got
it's the No Man's
Jackson
Land.
Brown.
The Beatles had just broken up, and Ziggy Stardust hadn't arrived.
Exactly.
And
you had this weird dead
Zeppelin
zone
had
of
one album,
sleepy time music. You have this dead zone. I like dead zone.
All right,
There's this dead
Rod
zone.
Stewart had an album out with Maggie May on it.
And yet, this is kind of in the same vein of that.
71 was a bad year. 70
The
and
Osmonds
71
were at number 4 with One Bad Apple.
Yeah,
And the Bee Gees were right after that.
those were 70 and 71 were
and the Bee Gees were a folk band.
Bad out years.
Worse yet, an Australian folk band.
But number 1 at the end of the year was Three Dog Night, Joy to the World.
We should have done that.
Now, Chris, you've played piano before. What do you feel about the piano on this?
I like any album where there's a piano playing lead.
I'm just saying, is she
That's
playing?
why I like Elton John. It's why I like Billy Joel.
Is this really
why I like
basic,
Lady
or is she
Gaga.
actually playing?
Yeah, she's probably playing.
Fits the
This
song.
is-
I don't know.
yeah.
Because I know there's some people that play the the piano, but they're not
She's
really.
playing
they
like
just
somebody
know,
plays in church. She's playing chords, and she's...
I don't know what it's called, but she's not doing scales, right?
No, she's doing chord playing like you would do when
Here's
you're
a
playing
song.
along with the gospel choir at church.
Here's another song.
What's this one
This
called?
one's called Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, this is
Let me say something nice.
This one.
Let me say something nice so we
Christina
don't get
Aguilera.
sued.
I wish.
I've heard this compared to, hey, it sounds like there's someone in the living room with me playing to me. And I'm like, okay, it does. There. That's something nice.
She beat out John Denver that year.
So far, you know what this album reminds me of? When you're dating that really crazy chick in college, and she starts screaming out songs in the kitchen, and you wake up and you're just like, where the f*** am I?
Holy shit, we were like on perfect simpatico there. Because I was gonna say you're dating some crazy chick, and she's an aspiring musician, and she makes you listen to these stupid songs she wrote.
Exactly. That's what this sounds
we
like.
won. Can we stop now?
That's what it's. Boom. We don't high five sports. We high five.
Everybody has
music references. Chicks. Everybody's had a crazy chick, even women.
No. We're doing this, Brett. Hold him back. Don't let him do it. Don't do it. We could do this. I think we're all agreed this is a terrible song.
But you have to, because the next song is Way Over Yonder. You can't skip that one.
All right, I started off trying to be nice. If we ever get listeners, we're going to get a ton of hate mail on this one. Probably not. Unless,
she sounds like
unless our demographic is like over...
She sounds like that whiny chick you dated in college.
Unless
you were just like...
I mean, my mother will definitely write you a letter, but you'll get it in the mail at your personal address because she will stalk your ass and find your home. Just to freak you out.
This is the one that you...
And you should leave that in so maybe she won't do it.
You can't figure out why she has a 2-bedroom apartment all to herself, and then you walk into the second bedroom by accident one day, and there's a wall of rats. They're all my pets. Okay.
You see how not weird I was in college?
Can you tell me where my underwear is? Nope, forget it. I'm out of here. I can't wait around for that. Alright, I just made that up. But it's funny.
I didn't have rats. I just stalked you just a little bit.
No, I told you were like the least crazy.
At this point, the filler...
I know you didn't believe it, but I'm telling you.
I have to make an announcement.
Constant
Here's
filler
another song. At this point, the filler bell would be redundant.
This is the best one. It's called Way Over Yonder. Way Over Yonder.
Okay, I don't know this one. Or, I mean...
I'm just
I don't know the name of it.
I'm just doing one filler bell for the whole thing. There.
Grrr.
Okay, Way Over Yonder. I'm going to try and listen to this with fresh ears.
Oh boy.
Try. Everyone breathe and try to block out the memories of abuse and consumerism.
This feels really... What's the word? Contrived? Sorry, I didn't even get my breath out before I was... I'll try again.
I don't know if I actually even know this particular song.
All right, so something else I could compare this to is Norah Jones, that one album that everyone and their mother
sounds
had.
like Norah Jones.
But at least Norah Jones had...
This sounds like a throwaway song on an Aretha Franklin album.
Because at least Norah Jones had jazz influence. So at least when it gets into like a dip, you have that jazz safety net. This album does not have a safety net. This goes
song
from,
is so paint by numbers, I can't believe it.
This song might be the one I like best so far, though, because I haven't heard it 50,000.
Do you have a second story? Is there a window up there?
Not enough to kill you. It's just not high enough to kill you.
I'll do it twice.
For our listeners, we should let you know that Brett has left the building. He's run screaming from the room.
He's the one that picked the album, and then
he's hoping to jump out of a third-floor window.
You have to finish this.
But we don't have any windows high enough to hurt him. So he's going to have to come back.
Yeah, he jumps out our window. He's just going to land on the air conditioner and screw that up, and I'm going to be mad.
Okay, no, really. I don't hate this song, and it might be only because I've never heard it.
It's so paint by numbers.
I can't believe there's a song on here I haven't heard before. I'm pretty
because
sure
everybody
I haven't heard
skipped it.
Is it the sleepiest song on the album? I don't know.
It's like being strangled by a sloth.
Well, next is the Toy Story.
Come on, that was a great line. I came up with a great analogy for this song, and nobody laughs.
No, that was good. You get it.
The sloth assassin. I'm gonna get you.
Come here, Ziggy. We need some comfort. Come over here, therapy dog.
This sounds like SNL outro music.
Oh, shit. Yes.
Boom! Wait.
But I did like back to back. We're on fire. Woo! Yeah.
If you're gonna play a shitty album, by God, you gotta come up with some funny things to say.
It's like getting strangled by a sloth at the end of SNL.
I'd like to thank our musical guest, Carly, Simon,
Carly Rae
King,
James.
Is this still the same song?
Yes. This is way yonder.
I jumped out a window
It's still
twice,
happening.
and the song is still going.
We just figured out time travel. This song.
Just play this
You
song.
just travel backward in time over and over again while you're listening to this song.
This is the.
You just
Keeps
slowed it.
going on.
You just found the Matrix. You just found the Matrix.
This is the longest 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
You just found the Matrix. You're slowing down like bullets are flying by.
Oh God!
you.
Wait! She's slowing it down for the end of the song. It's getting even slower.
Please don't.
Lord.
Oh no.
Carol.
What? How the is You've Got a Friend 5 minutes?
Because James Taylor is awful
got a
and completely
friend
full of
in me.
himself. And that other song is totally about him.
Oh, I've never heard this version.
Okay, what song is this? You've Got a Friend?
I used to have a neutral opinion on James Taylor.
Yeah, this
Wow.
is
That
You've
was
Got a
Now I
Friend, all
hate
right.
him.
Well, I gotta say, I'm really proud of myself because I've been way ahead of you on that. I have hated him for 20 years.
All right, I feel semi bad because you can tell there's heart to this. It's very innocent sounding. Her
But
voice
whose
is very
heart?
innocent.
This has as much heart as those written by committee songs from.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying there's something to it. I just don't like any of it. But there is.
Keep on telling
something
me
there.
I want you.
There's something there. I think
You.
Okay, so You've Got a Friend. There's a better version of this song, and I can't remember who originally did it, but Cameo remade it in the 80s, and it was great.
Cameo?
Yeah.
Really? It was like, you got a friend.
No, it's that other song. It was the Stand By Me song. Stand By Me is a way better song. Same sentiment, way better song.
What are you talking about?
Isn't that what it's
Cameo?
called?
The band
Yes,
Cameo
definitely.
who did
Definitely.
Do Y'all Dance? Do
Yes,
Y'all Dance
I'm-
quick?
I'm going to Google it
They
just
did
to be
this?
sure. Because a lot of times I'm stupid and I screw up band names, but I'm
No
pretty sure about this one.
Clue
Where's
what
my
you're talking
vapor
about
rub?
right now.
She said Cameo did a cover
I
of
thought
You Got a
Cameo
Friend.
was like a thing
Yeah,
you
they're like
wear on your neck
No,
or
they're
something.
a funk band in the 80s.
Oh, you didn't listen
70s.
to pop in the 80s.
They
You
did.
don't know anything.
They did Do Y'all Dance Quick, Mama, what's the word? A word up.
They did that song?
I'm trying to picture how
The
their
Rockies
cover
song?
of Word Up.
Don't ride the white horse.
Okay,
Hang on,
I'll
I'm
be
checking
stroking.
my own work here.
I'm trying to get a different perspective here. If this album had just kind of
If I was in prison, and this is the only album I could listen to.
if no one had ever heard this, if this was like some weird undiscovered thing that I kind of found in a bargain bin somewhere and had never heard of and put it on, I'd been like, you know what, that's pleasant. That's really nice. But I think my brain can't disassociate from the fact that this made a ungodly amount of money. And I'm like, how?
This seems like somebody just recorded her practicing. That's what it sounds like to me.
You know what? A bunch of yuppies retired with Vietnam and just wanted something that they could wife swap to.
I feel like you should try singing along with this and see if you actually fall asleep while singing it.
Like Sade or Anya would have been more exciting than this.
Yeah, she's She's singing about whatever she's singing about with the excitement and
Okay.
enthusiasm of somebody who's eating a rice cake.
I think I made the mistake of watching that documentary because most of it was like these sort of hip New Yorkers over 55 who were like talking about how influential this album was to them. Like
Tapestry,
it was
the
so,
rice cake of albums.
It was so influential. Yeah, I'm sure you probably found comfort in this album at the time, but it's 2018, bitch.
Back when we thought cocaine was a dietary aid.
Some things just don't age well.
Oh my God! Have you ever looked at the Wikipedia page for Cameo? The past members list is
she
like
okay?
40 people long.
I still don't even know what you're talking
I'm
about.
trying to figure out what I was talking about.
I really don't think Cameo did a cover.
Was it a biker gang or something?
I might have the wrong song.
What are we talking about?
It's not good to know that I have a friend. I wish Randy Newman was here. That's the only time I'll ever say that. Remember when he said,
Short people got no reason to
live.
Yes.
I love LA. From my head down to my legs.
They got little hands, they got little feet.
That'd be cool if we just did a entirely racist album.
No.
Hi, I'm Gary Newman. I don't like anybody who doesn't look
Oh
like
boy,
me.
commercials. Oh, the commercials.
'Cause feeling good. That's what it's all about.
So what I was gonna say was, if I was put in a prison, and all I could listen to was Carole King's Tapestry, I would find a way to saw the bars off my window so I could jump to my death, a la Brett earlier.
I feel like we should do a group apology to Carole King's Tapestry in case she listens to this. Is she alive?
She doesn't know how to use the internet.
She's like if Paul Simon.
That's like
was
saying, we should
female.
apologize to my grandma for something I said on the internet. She's never gonna know.
All right, here's
Unless they send it to her in an email, y'all, in 1992.
here's more of Tapestry.
Whoa.
Is her cat on this album? That would have been interesting.
It's sitting on top of the piano. What are you talking about? Where you lead. Where you lead? Where you lead. Oh, man.
Man, you know what?
It is getting hard now. We're getting close. This is number 5.
And you've totally checked out here.
I'm trying to find that other song.
For some reason, you think the funk 80s band Cameo did a Carole King cover.
I'm gonna find it. You're gonna be sorry.
No, you've lost your mind.
So when I try to compare this in my mind to Prince...
Ooh, all that syrup went at the bottom. Give me some more of the chocolate.
The difference is... This sucks. And I am so glad that I never paid attention when my mom would put this album on and listen to it. I never remember listening to this album. And yet she had it, and I know she liked it.
Oh, another thing. I was under the impression this album was mostly like last one did Boston, where it was mostly hits.
This one...
It's not.
What is this? What's the name of this song? This is terrible.
I told you weren't listening. You were so worried about a cameo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna figure this out.
Oh, remember Callback?
This is like 12 of them.
Call back to episode 8. Jagged Little Pill. I think
Jagged Little Pill.
I ironically brought up a comparison to this, but it's not at all because my assumption that this was some kind of like massive hit album, and it's not. I mean, most of these might have been hits, but the only ones I can actually remember are You've Got a Friend, I Feel the Earth Move, So Far Away, It's Too Late. Yeah, so less than half of the album. For some reason, I just had this thought in my mind that it was one of those where like every song was...
This reminds me of like all those movies in the
jingle.
70s where they would have music in them, and then you'd be like, what is this crap? They couldn't get a real song to be in here? Remember when they didn't want to pay any rights to a song?
It's like a porno.
Like there's a bunch of movies in like the late
started.
60s and like through the mid 70s. Like any friggin' Clint Eastwood movie. Like all the Dirty Harry movies and stuff where you'd just be like, what kind of song is this?
Because
it would just be some...
Wait, Will You Love Me Tomorrow?
Is this
No,
Will You
that's a better
Still Love
song.
Me Tomorrow?
No,
Yeah.
that's a good song by Anita Baker.
Will
Damn
you
it.
love me
Let's sing that instead.
tomorrow?
Still love me.
Wow, she slowed this song down. That's good. I think this is her song. I think she wrote this.
I remember my mother always singing this weird
I remember breastfeeding to this.
handful of select pop songs, which was always weird. She always sang Chicago,
But it wasn't my mom.
like 70s and 80s Chicago.
She was a large-breasted black woman.
Damn it.
Freddie Mercury's maid. His living, loving maid.
I still love her.
Okay.
Like she
It's
was
clear
my
to me
own
now.
mom.
It
had
is
the wrong
this. It's
song.
just a really dumb, slow version
She
of it.
freaking wrote it! I've told you 3 times. Jesus.
Why is the word still not in the title?
You don't get my
'Cause
mental.
Treasure.
It is that, right? Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? Is that so? Why is the word still not
Oh.
in the title?
I figured it out.
God, I hate
It
Carole
was
King.
Lean On Me.
She could make the Neutron dance a boring song.
Are you okay? Did you check out way before I did?
I just became obsessed with that other song.
I mean, this is torturing me.
I keep
but-
telling you she's terrible at this. It's kind of hilarious.
I figured it out.
Like, you've totally
My
checked
guess
out.
was too specific.
She's terrible
My
at it.
point was
But she's
there
funny.
are 20 other songs that are better that have the same theme, and
20?
at least as You've Got a Friend.
So
And one of them
Cameo.
would be Lean On Me, which has been covered by dozens of people, including, I'm pretty sure, Cameo.
You know, yeah. But,
She probably wrote Lean On Me,
so
too.
what was the what was the cameo thing?
I said the wrong song. I said
Oh.
they covered this other song that had the same sentiment
No.
as You've Got a Friend.
All right,
There's
let's do
way
the
better
Pointer Sisters,
versions
and
of
I'll
the
tell my mom,
thing.
and she'll listen
All
to
right,
it.
well, let's start the downward trajectory here.
I'm just
of-
burning, doing the Neutron dance.
Well, let's get our thoughts out of the way before
Anybody
this
ever
piece
watch
of
The
is
Hills
over.
Cop?
No.
I'm just burning, doing the Neutron
All right, here's my final thoughts.
Is this the last song?
No, there's 3 more.
Oh.
But he's starting his final thoughts.
Oh, God. We could do this. We could do this.
Will you love me tomorrow?
Let me
I'm
just
going to make you listen to the rest of this song.
let me just reflect.
So, things I've learned from Carole King. I thought she was Carly Simon.
Carly Rae Jepsimon.
And she can
One's
she
Jewish.
can ruin her own damn songs, it turns out.
Well, one's Jewish and one's not. So
No, I think they're both Jewish. So you don't have that one either.
Is Carly Rae Jepsimon? Look it up. Is she Jewish?
No, she's Canadian. It's the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
God,
All right.
don't you know anything? Canadian and Jewish are synonymous.
All right. I'm trying.
I'm running out of wine.
Ziggy, fill up her dish. Okay, there's part of me that can kind of respect this album. But I killed that part of myself halfway through this podcast.
If this album was a smell, it would be wet cardboard.
Okay, my final thoughts on Carole King's Tapestry are
We still have 3 songs.
that other song was called Lean On Me,
This is Smackwater Jack.
and it wasn't covered by Cameo. It was covered by Club Nouveau. But I figured it out.
I somehow hate this album even more now.
And that's the best thing I can say about this whole album, is that Lean On Me was covered by Club Nouveau.
The best thing I can say about this album is it made a great coaster.
Ziggy, no.
Okay, there are parts where I can totally get the kind of introspective rainy day vibe thing, and I can just
No.
obviously I wasn't alive,
Just do it.
but I can sort of see where people are coming out of some state of frustration and they just want kind of some bland normalcy. Where okay, you're coming from like, oh my God, Jimi Hendrix is trying to kiss the sky, and Bob Dylan, everything's getting weird and psychedelic. So I can understand this sort of idea of like a sense of normalcy, of just, I'm just here on my Afghan with a cup of coffee, just kind of finally relaxing on a rainy day after the Vietnam War. And
Smelling
Carole
like
King,
wet cardboard.
and I'm high as and Carole King is in my ear holes. Thank you. So
I don't smoke the devil's weed. What are you talking about?
So I can...
And I secretly
And
voted
yet-
for
and
Nixon.
And yet, she didn't do it very well. Because Bob Dylan, I love Bob Dylan. He has a terrible voice, and I kind of hate listening to him sing his own songs. Part of the problem with Carole King is that no one wants
Who's the racist now? Racist?
None of us wants to hear this for
That's my job.
an hour. Other people did her songs better.
Yeah, hold on.
Much like Bob Dylan. But Bob Dylan has managed to... He delivers his own songs, at least in an interesting way, that doesn't put me to sleep, even if I kind of enjoy it more when other people do his songs.
This is really bad. Hold on. I'm going to edit this in early in the podcast. Here we go. Hi, it's me from 30 minutes in your future, and you are correct on what you're about to say.
No.
That!
Ziggy doesn't like it either.
It's the James Taylor effect.
He's awful.
He's awful full of
He comes
himself
up
for
with
how
the most
ballless he seems to
generic
come
possible
across.
way of saying any sentence at all.
Do you have a neighbor who's like over 60? Who
We
could
do,
like
but
come
she
in here
hates
and
us.
kind of give us some perspective?
We have a neighbor that's my grandma's
Because
age, and
This is making
She doesn't
me...
like us very much.
she doesn't like music because it's loud and annoying, and
Alright,
I'll call the cops.
here's the title track, whatever. But
Ah.
this is making me question my own ability to just have an objective reality. Because there is, right? I can just listen to this and say it's good or it's bad. And there's part of my brain that's tugging at this idea that it's like historically important. And then, but most
No,
of my
it's just historic.
most of my brain is just tugging at this is awful.
But wouldn't Tapestry be a great name for a feminine hygiene product?
Tapestry.
Tapestry.
Holy shit, there's actually something interesting going on.
When you want to feel like
hear-
you're shoving
do you hear
something
that?
beautiful inside you.
Well, the piano that's playing right now sounds like all the piano
Yeah.
in the rest of the album.
Well, there's an actual vibrato effect on something.
Why? Why?
Man, you are stretching.
Is this for the 2 seconds they had a producer come in and be like, hey, this is really boring. You should press this button.
No. I think you're just being really generous because it's almost over.
I know.
It's really nice of you.
Isn't that organ?
Okay.
It's just organ. Somebody's pressing one.
Yeah. But
I
I'm
think
not.
it does that.
I'm not really holding back because
You're right, that is frickin' organ.
Yeah, it's just an effect on the
It's
organ.
like Hammond organ. It's somebody hitting one key on a Hammond organ.
People were doing stuff way more interesting in 1971 than this, and I know that for a fact.
I could have done this at Susan Wanamaker's house. They had a frickin' organ.
If you would have done that when I met you, I would have stopped dating you. I want to play something.
Thank you.
I want to play something for you, and you played this, I would just get up and walk out. We are obviously not on the same page.
We're done here.
Like,
It was nice knowing you.
Angry feminist, great. Love it. Go for it. That's almost like punk to me. Get it. I totally get it. This, I would have just got up. I wouldn't even have said anything. I would have got up, possibly tweaked you on the nose. Because you can't slap people. You can't just slap them, but you can tweak them on the nose and say, boop. And then just turn around and walk out and never talk to you again.
Oh,
Like,
I think playing
I don't
Tapestry
even
for
care
him
what
was
this song is
mistake.
about, but I wrote it for you.
I think playing Tapestry for him might have been a mistake.
Probably why he broke
think
up.
my next
It's probably why
boyfriend-
he broke up with her and went out with that Carly Rae Jepsimon chick.
I think for my next boyfriend, I'm just
God,
going to play
you're
You've Got a
boring.
Friend.
God, you're boring.
I don't want to be so threatening. You've Got a Friend is probably less threatening than Tapestry.
Ugh, it makes me violently angry.
whatever.
You sons of bitches.
Did we do it? Did we make it?
No.
It's just
There's
a
still one more
commercial.
friggin' song. Pause
Oh,
it,
God.
everyone. Like
Oh, God.
you're even still here.
We can do this. We can do this. This is like the mile
I
25.
feel the earth
This is the wall. This
under
is
my
the wall
feet.
at
I
mile
feel the
20.
sky
We can do
tumbling
this.
down, tumbling down. It's like, holy crap!
I'm so exhausted listening to this. How is this so tiring?
How could anybody hate this so much?
Because
it's so
not,
benign.
Because it's not as good as
Boston's first album.
Because it's not as good as the media Nazis, music media Nazis try to pretend like it is.
Trying to brainwash you.
Some things are just legitimately mediocre, and this is legitimately mediocre.
Oh, it hurts my brain.
All right, this is the twilight of albums.
What?
No, it's even worse than that. I don't even.
You mean like the movie?
I don't even see any commercial value.
It's like the Twilight or the 50 Shades of Grey of 70s albums.
At least those have a commercial value for.
This apparently had a commercial
chicks.
value.
Like I just don't get it.
But I don't understand why.
I think it's just okay. We're doing a pre-last song discussion here. Okay, there are some albums that only have a few songs, or like a few really great songs, but I still love the album. Where they have some stinkers on them, and I still give it the benefit of the doubt. And so I can sort of understand how someone listened to this album and, those 3 songs, they touched their soul, and for some reason, and they were also really high, and didn't realize, and didn't actually make it to the, B-side of this album at any point, and somehow it gained this hype momentum where it's like, have you heard of that woman from New York?
Yeah.
Carole King, her Tapestry?
I just don't know, man. I can't.
It's great to pop pills to, and
well, if she'd have changed her name to Carly Simon, I might have liked it better.
All right, yeah.
Whoops.
Between Carly Simon and
Carly Rae Jepsimon.
Cameo,
Turns out it was
Carly
Club
Rae
Cameo.
Jepsimon.
You know, can I say before we play the last song?
No.
I just want to say. No, go ahead and play the last song.
I just want to know where the Cameo thing came from.
It was Club Nouveau. I got the bands mixed up.
Well, Club Nouveau and Cameo.
What the f*** is Club Nouveau? Jesus,
they're the ones who covered Lean on Me.
Here's parenthesis, you make me feel like parenthesis, capital A natural woman.
Oh, God.
This version is great because she has no vocal range or soul. She's a sleepy white
this is what it would sound
woman
like if I sang this song.
Who fell asleep on her piano next to a This is a nightmare.
She's flat.
Please kill me, God. That's why God made...
You ever notice Mariah Carey is never flat? That's what auto-tune's for.
That's why God made double tracking. That was the original auto-tune. So when you do it once and you're out of tune, the other half of you that does it the second time won't quite be out of tune. Oh, no. James Taylor is just lurking behind the piano. Do it like this.
I think we should, after this is over, we should listen to Motley Crue's tribute album to Tapestry.
No, this is the last episode of this. I'm never doing anything again.
Motley Crue, Tapestry.
Well,
you make me feel...
The piano work almost made me think of Elton John there for a second. That's a positive.
That's why she was supposed to just write songs, not make them.
I don't want to keep this going.
No. We can do this.
I'm going to do a preemptive final thoughts here. There's part of my brain that can understand how someone could appreciate this. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. There's catchy... There's competent songwriting in here, but my brain cannot divorce from whoever, the music Illuminati, who somehow made this into an important album. Them. Mm-hmm. I'm retroactively taking my you Carole King and whatever his name is away. You were trying. I get it. You were trying.
Oh, that.
But
I don't take it back. You were absolutely right.
You can, but I will take it back. Because they were just trying to make an album, but whoever the music Illuminati were, who put this into some kind of pantheon of importance, whoever was working for Rolling Stone, 3 out of 10. That's my rating for this.
I feel like that's way too high.
Oh no, is there more? What is this playing?
Oh, she wrote the locomotion.
Delete! You can both give your final thoughts, and when you're done, hit that button.
Okay.
I don't care anymore.
Up on the roof. You know, up on the roof. And then she did... I'm trying to figure out... I'm into something good. Herman's Hermits.
I am not rescinding his you. I am adding to it. All right. Are you done with your final thoughts?
I ain't got no final thoughts. That was terrible.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Would you like to do La Tapestry?
Sure.
Sure. Sure.
Sure. Sure.